Let's try and lighten the mood, shall we? James is an England fan. Hello, James.
Is this me? Am I on?
Are you James?
I am, yeah. Well,
James, just quickly, sorry, it sounds like we're on speakerphone, are we?
Yes, do you want me to take it off?
If you wouldn't mind, it sounds very echoey.
Yeah, have I got you?
That's much better. Off you go, James.
Guys, I didn't expect to be put on, so thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.
I've just started watching your show before the Euros, and I think you've done a great job, and you've kept me entertained the last couple of weeks, so thanks for that.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, guys, listen, I've had such a fun ride over the last couple of weeks. It's just, I just commend Gareth and the whole team. I can't really say anything more. I think Gareth pretty much got the tactics right for the first half. I thought Mount had a bit of a tricky game. I don't think he was as impactful as would have liked. I agree with a caller a little while ago that said maybe Grealish could have come on a little bit earlier, but I mean, these managers and the players at this high level have got to make such crucial decisions at crucial times, and sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it doesn't. But I think the whole team have done an excellent job, and let's get ready and motivated for the World Cup next year.
James, you sure you don't want to slag off the manager or any England players, because that's the theme so far tonight?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good
Absolutely
boy.
Not. I've had a bit of a rough time the last year or so. I mean, I'm actually staying at home tonight. I'm actually staying at home alone for the next couple of weeks. My family have gone off on holiday for a couple of weeks, and I just wasn't feeling up to it, so I decided to stay home. But I've had a few drinks. I've had a great time,
Good.
And I'm just so happy for the guys that we brought it to the final. And I think this group of young players are going to go on to do great things.
Okay, lovely words. Thank you, James. And of course, the talkSPORT will always be here to entertain you, all right?
Thanks, guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for
James.
having me on.
Oh, absolute
Cheers.
pleasure. Have a lovely evening. There you go, James. Home alone. He's going to have
Cheers,
some funny
James.
sounds. Chris is next up. I think a man, either United or City. I can't see. He just says man. Maybe he's just a man. Hello, Chris.
I am a man, yeah. I think so, anyway. Man United fan.
How are you, Chris?
All right, Chris.
Can you hear me okay? I'm on speakerphone.
Loud and clear.
Oh, good. All right. Okay. Well, I have come on to slag Southgate off, actually. And I think you, Goldstein, I don't know what game you watch. I mean, Cundy normally he's pretty sharp. He knows his football. You don't.
No.
No, you don't. But
No, you're right, Chris.
Yeah, I am. That kid who was on before, that 14-year-old.
I'll tell you what, Chris. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fade you down. We're going to start the call again. See if you can be nice.
Well,
all
why
right?
be
We'll
nice?
try it again.
Chris,
Do you think it can be nice?
I don't think you can.
I don't think it can be nice.
Chris is hurting.
I think there's too many nasty people in the world, Chris.
We're all hurting. But
Yeah,
go on,
let's try
give
again.
another chance.
Next up is Chris, the Man United fan. It says on my screen, a nice man. Hello, Chris.
Right, okay, I'm a nice man, but I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Southgate, he's not a good manager, and we're not going to win anything with him as manager because, let's agree on one thing for a start, he's an inherently defensive manager. Do you at least agree on that?
Go on, carry on, Chris.
Do you agree on that?
Go on, I want to hear what you've got to say. I'm worried about agreeing with you in case you insult me again.
No, I'm just asking a question. Do you, Jason, do you agree with me?
He's a cautious manager, but, I mean, you could argue Mancini is as well.
Okay, well, that's a fair point. But he started the game tonight with 8 either midfield players or defensive players. And at the end of the day, he was hoisted by his own petard because of that. Because all his tactics throughout the game were dictated by him trying to keep the same shape throughout the game.
You know we didn't lose in 120 minutes, Chris.
Yeah, do you know how many shots we had on target in the whole game?
You only need one to go in.
How many did we have?
I think 6 or 4. I can't remember.
1.
No, it's definitely more than 1.
1.
No, it's definitely more than 1.
1. 6. Italy had 6. We had 1.
No, it's definitely more than 1.
No, I don't think so. Well,
2. There you go. 2 shots. I told you it's more than 1. 2 shots on target, Chris.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Look, the thing is, you said he made the subs at the right time. It was clear, not long into the game, that Mason Mount wasn't having his best game. He was played slightly out of position, and Jason made a good point before that he does a lot of defensive work, which is fair enough. But he was having no impact on the game going forward whatsoever. So I think he should have took Mason Mount off at half-time and brought Jack Grealish on then. He could have kept his shape because he still had his 8 midfield players or defenders, but he's got 3 different strikers. The other thing was, as the game went...
Can I just ask you, Chris, sorry to interrupt. So would you agree with me that up to the 45th minute when we went in, we were well in command of that game?
Well, we got a goal to start with after 2 minutes, which was a great start.
Yeah, but would you say we were in command? If I said to you at half-time, which team's running the show, would you have said England or Italy?
I think we were running the show for the first 20 minutes. I think after that, we gradually started to drop back a bit.
And I disagree with you.
Well, all right, then we'll disagree on that. But I could sense that we were dropping too deep at that stage. And at half-time, a good manager like Mourinho at his best, he's bold enough to make changes. And at that stage, he should have took Mason Mount off and brought Jack Grealish.
What about the changes Southgate made after 70 minutes when we were 0-0 with Germany and we went on to win 2-0? Do you commend him for those?
Well, okay, but I mean, that's the worst German team in the generation.
No, but do you?
Well, when things work out for a manager, you can give them credit. When they don't work out...
Yeah, but do you commend him for those changes?
We're talking about tonight's match, aren't we?
I know, but I'm talking about the championship as a whole. Do you commend him for those changes?
I think that's a silly question.
Oh, it's so difficult for you to commend Gareth Southgate.
Well, yeah, because... Look, the thing is...
No. Answer my question. Do you commend him for the decisions he made against Germany? When at 0-0 after 70 minutes, he made tactical substitutions and we went on to win the game. Do you commend him for that?
Yes, I commend him for
that. So he can get stuff right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, all right. Well, even a broken clock's right twice a day.
But we didn't lose, Chris. In 90 minutes and 30 more, we didn't lose the game.
I agree.
It went to spot kicks.
I agree with you on that, but the point is, a good manager would sense that the game was drifting away from us, and we were dropping back more and more and more.
Chris, he's done better than any England manager ever since 1966.
Well, look, we had a very easy draw, didn't we? We got very lucky.
Chris, honestly, do you know what? I think look, there's going to be, right, we're all disappointed, all right? We're all absolutely devastated about what's happened tonight. But people like you, when you phone up and say it's an easy draw, it's the worst German side, you're never, ever, 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 ever going to give any credit. So you lose any credibility as far as I'm concerned. Anything you say from now on, when you say what you say, got no credibility. I was listening to you and you made, we'll have a conversation. But when you say things like it's the worst German side and this and it's like Gareth's just ridden on a unicorn to the final. And that's not the case. He's had to make some big calls, big decisions, changes on shape, personnel. He's adapted his side depending on who he's played against. And do you know what? He didn't get much wrong. In fact, he got more right than wrong. And you phone up talking about this and I'll happily have a conversation about the nuances of a game as it travels through. But to criticise him over this tournament, honestly, you lose any credibility with anything you're going to say if you're going to have a pop at him over anything he has done in this tournament.
But tonight was the match that it really...
No, but then give him credit elsewhere then, Chris.
Okay, I'll give...
Do that then. Balance it.
Andy just asked me about...
No, but balance it, Chris. Balance the whole conversation. Don't come on here and say it's the easiest German side, because that's where you lose credibility.
Well, okay, but it was a pretty poor German team.
Oh, there you go.
I think you've upset him. Keep calls coming in 08717 22 3344.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.